Do you know how the living can see ghosts? A man got lost and wandered into a bookstore. He discovered a book titled 10 Methods to See Ghosts. It detailed 10 different ways to see ghosts. The first method was to transplant a dead person's cornea. The second method was to commit suicide while pregnant. The third method involved knocking on bowls at crossroads. The fourth method was to comb hair in front of a mirror at midnight. The fifth method was to smear mud from a corpse onto one's eyelids. The sixth method was to open an umbrella indoors. The seventh method was to play the Ouija board. The eighth method was to fall backwards. The ninth method was to play hide and seek with ghosts. The 10th method, the ultimate way to see ghosts, was to pretend to be dead. There's one crucial point to note. Once the game begins, you absolutely cannot quit midway. Otherwise, a ghost will follow you indefinitely. Curiosity killed the cat. The man spent $500 to buy the book. Before leaving, the boss warned him repeatedly not to open the last page under any circumstances, or else unfortunate events would occur. On the following night, the man and a few friends were restless at home. Everyone was curious about what ghosts looked like. They decided to try the third method, knocking on bowls at a crossroads. They brought 3 dishes and a soup. They arrived at the most haunted crossroads. Then, they rhythmically knocked the bowls with chopsticks. As the book said, this would attract hungry ghosts. Curly reminded them to keep knocking the bowls without stopping, or else, if they stopped, the ghosts would see them. The group laughed and joked, unaware of the impending disaster. Sure enough, not long after they started knocking, Little Chan thought he might be seeing things. But upon looking again, ghostly figures appeared again. The group desperately kept knocking on the bowls and chopsticks. At this moment, Little Chan felt a chilling breeze by his side. He turned his head to look, and indeed, it was a hungry ghost. More and more hungry ghosts gathered at the crossroads. They approached the dishes and meals, mouths gaping, drooling. The group was too afraid to raise their heads and look. They knocked on the bowls and chopsticks even harder, as the knocking grew louder. Suddenly, quick-thinking Little Chan went to knock on his friends. But after a few knocks, his friend's bowl shattered too. The hungry ghosts approached step by step. At that moment, they finally managed to escape from death. Suddenly, Curly felt his hair getting wet. He looked up. The group was frightened and fled in disarray. Upon returning home, everyone didn't want to play the game anymore. But Xiaomei was unhappy, because she was the only one who didn't see the hungry ghost just now. She wanted to try other methods to tempt fate, so she forcefully convinced the others to play again. A game of hide and seek with a ghost, as recorded in the book. At midnight, hug a black cat and play hide and seek, and the ghost would want to play with you. The ghost will randomly block one person. Seizing the opportunity, release the black cat. The black cat will make people see the ghost. Xiaomei held the black cat and searched everywhere, found everyone except for Ahui. Ahui waited for a long time, but no one came to find him. He didn't know that a ghost was blocking his presence. He had become invisible. Xiaomei and the others couldn't find Ahui no matter what, so they released the black cat. As a result, the cat tragically died soon after. The next day, they sought the help of the police to search for the woods. They searched for a long time, but found nothing. They were completely panicked. They found a sorcerer. The sorcerer furrowed his brows. He advised them to immediately quit the game. If they continued, none of them would be able to escape. But Ahui's girlfriend didn't want to give up. Late at night, she went alone to the woods where her boyfriend went missing. Deciding to try other methods again,